Hi everyone, this is Ashima Kohli and we are back to continue the idioms part with our notes. In the previous video, you saw different animations to express the idioms, and now we're going to use those idioms and show you how we can create paragraphs out of this. Now, see, class, these are your notes, okay? Again, I've given you the idioms in the start, and then I have given you the meanings of it. So you'll have to take this down and the example down, all right? In the first three, we can see raining cats and dogs. It means raining heavily. Down in the dumps, it or feeling blue. There are two idioms for sad. So you can either say down in the dumps or you can say feeling blue. That means feeling sad. On cloud nine means to be happy. Now let's see how we're combining this and creating an example for you. Susan was on cloud nine as she got ready for her sports day. Unfortunately, you've done this before. That means unluckily, it started raining cats and dogs, so her sports day was cancelled. She was down in the dumps. That means she was sad, or we can say she was feeling blue, or she felt blue in the past tense to talk about she feeling sad. So this is one way in which I've combined so many idioms and made a paragraph. Let's go further. The next two set of idioms. The first one is the cat is out of the bag. So let the cat out of the bag is an idiom which means to tell a secret. Seeing red. See red or past tense saw red is an idiom which means to get angry. So let's see how we are using this over here. Kelly saw red, that means she was angry, when Jake let the cat out of the bag by telling her about her surprise party. She roared like a lion at him. See, I've combined a simile from your previous class and created this paragraph. So the girl was really angry because the boy let the cat out of the bag. That means he told the secret by revealing something, by telling her about her surprise party. Similarly, I can say that, I saw red at my younger brother or sister when he or she let the cat out of the bag by telling my mom that I had failed my math test. So maybe you and your sibling knew about your math test and then your sibling went and told your mom, so you were really angry at your sibling. Next one. Cost an arm and a leg doesn't mean you're going to give your arm or your leg. It means to be expensive. So Jennifer promised to keep her glorious, lovely iPad properly as it cost an arm and a leg. That means it was really expensive. Next one, under the weather. Under the weather means you're sick or ill. So let's see how we're using this. Mary was as hungry as a bear. You've done this simile before. When she saw several means many cupcakes on the table, which were as sweet as honey. Done the swim simile before. She gobbled them like a pig. Again, we've done the eat greedily simile and was later under the weather as her stomach was paining. So see, this gives you an example of how I'm combining vocabulary, similes, and idioms together. You become the master of how you want to apply this. It'll be really fun if you can use all three elements together. Going further, you have your head in the clouds. To have your head in the clouds means to daydream. And the cat's got your tongue doesn't mean this. It means that you're unable to talk or speak. You have no answer. So let's see how we're using this. John had his head in the clouds, or John's head was in the clouds. That means he was daydreaming while the teacher was teaching. When she asked him a question, John was astonished, vocabulary word for shocked. His heart beat like a time bomb against his chest, heartbeat line. He froze with fear. That means he was scared, could not move. We've done these in your scared vocabulary expression. What happened, John? Cat got your tongue? Asked the enraged, angry teacher. So she asked John that what happened? Why are you not talking now? She roared like a lion while John hung his head in disappointment. That is the sad headline. So look how I'm combining your previous emotions and expressions and vocabulary and idioms to create a paragraph. All right, let's go further. The next one, it's pretty easy. The apple of my eye. Now, apple of my eye or his eye or her eye means to be dear to someone, or to be someone's favorite. So let's see how we are using this. Jenny was the apple of her grandmother's eye. That means the grandmother loved Jenny. So when grandmother was, we cancel the as, under the weather, that means ill. Jenny was crestfallen, means sad. We've done crestfallen in our creative writing in the sad emotions. Now, going further. Hold your horses. You don't have to hold the horse like that. It means to have patience. Time flies, or it means time flew like a bird, or time flies is as time passed. To have a blast means to have fun. Now let's see how we are using this. The teacher told the children, who were as notorious as monkeys, that's naughty simile, to hold their horses means have patience before entering the park. The children had a blast, is had fun at the park. As time flew like a bird, that means as time passed, the children returned home. So, whenever you're doing something new, everyone gets so excited that, okay, I want to do this and run inside, and we barely listen to what instructions are given by the elders. So, over here, the teacher had asked them to hold their horses so that, they can follow the rules before they enter the amusement park. Okay, now going further. Let's see the next one. We're almost towards the end. It's a piece of cake. For a piece of cake, it means to be easy, and over the moon means to be happy. So let's see how we're using this. Jessica was over the moon as a science paper was a piece of cake. So she was really happy, or she was on cloud nine because her paper was really easy. Going further. All right. Walking on thin ice. Walking on thin ice means doing something dangerous. To lend a helping hand means to help someone. To have a heart of gold means to be kind. And stop clowning around. To stop clowning around means stop fooling around. So if I remove stop, clowning around means fool around. But if I add stop clowning around means please don't fool around. So let's see how we are using this. Daniel was walking on thin ice when he decided to play with a knife which was as sharp as a razor. Daniel cut his hand and was sobbing like a baby, that's crying simile. His friend Joe, who had a heart of gold, that means was kind, lent Daniel a helping hand, that means he helped, by applying medicine to his wounds. Joe told Daniel to stop clowning around. So his friend tells him that please don't fool around, it's really dangerous to play with such sharp objects. And the next one. Couch potato is a lazy person. In the doghouse means you're in trouble because you've done something wrong and someone is going to be very angry at you. So a person is in the doghouse when the person has done something wrong or bad and someone important is very angry at that person. So let's see how we are using it. I'm giving you two examples. James knew that he was in the doghouse because because instead of doing his homework, he had become a couch potato and was watching movies all day. So maybe when mom returns, she was enraged. Or, I'm in the doghouse as I broke my mother's favorite vase today. So if you've done something notorious and you know you're going to be in trouble, that means you're going to be in the doghouse. And the next one. Look at this. Pull someone's leg is not this. No. To pull someone's leg means to tease someone. Out of the blue doesn't mean blue paint falls. It means suddenly. Give someone the cold shoulder means to ignore someone or to be rude to someone. And last, when pigs fly means never. So let's see how we are using this idiom to create a paragraph. All right. Hannah was grinning from ear to ear, done this before, while she was pulling Tina's leg. That means when she was teasing Tina, she was smiling. Tina was down the dumps means sad. Out of the blue is suddenly their class teacher appeared and glared fiercely. Done this before. That means stared angrily at Hannah. Hannah knew that she was in the doghouse. Hannah knew she was in trouble. The teacher's going to be very angry at her. The teacher gave Hannah a tongue lashing. To give a tongue lashing is scolded. The next day, Hannah gave Tina the cold shoulder. So Hannah ignored Tina because she got scolding because of being caught. Every time Tina tried to talk to her, Hannah was livid, is angry. Her face turned as dark as a thundercloud in rage, not range, rage. That's angry face expression. She bellowed, is shouted. Tina, I will talk to you when pigs fly. So Hannah tells Tina that I'm never going to talk to you. Tina's eyes welled up and flowed down like a waterfall. And tears flowed down like a waterfall. So I've combined the sad starter of the tears in the eyes and the tears falling line. So see kids how I'm using your old vocabulary to create something new and create paragraphs out of it. The last one here is turn green with envy. That means to be jealous. When I became the class monitor, my partner Sarah turned green with envy, means she became jealous. Now again I've put a special dialogue box here because many of y'all don't copy the notes. Y'all immediately jump to the homework assignment. Kids, you will not be able to do the homework assignment perfectly if your notes are not in place and if you're not reading the place notes. So please download the PDF form, copy these notes in your book, and then proceed to your next assignment. Okay, again you can take a printout of this because that's why I've not made it very colored. You have exercises here, like in the first one you have to match the idioms with the real meaning. Okay, you can match it or just write the answers below. I have given you the answer key here. In the next one you'll have to write the correct idiom for the words given in the bracket. For example, see this one: my dad was angry when he saw my poor grades. So for was angry, we can say my dad saw red. Why saw red? Because was is past tense. Oh, sorry. So for whatever is given to you in the bracket, you will write the correct idiom. All right. Again, I have given you the answer key for that below over here. Answer key. Now over here, this is the part which you will solve and you can mail me. You'll change these paragraphs according to the instruction class. Now this is everything is mixed. There's vocabulary, there are those expressions, there are similes, there are idioms. Whatever I have written, please do it accordingly. Wherever there's a simile, use a simile. Wherever there's just the word, change just the word. Thunder line, you have thunder road, thunder rolled. Please go through your notes before you are changing these lines. Don't copy the same line down. Hooray, shouted the children with happiness. Shouted with happiness is squealed in delight. So hooray, squealed the children in delight. All right. Grin simile, free simile. Wherever there's a simile, please use that. Wherever there's an idiom, please use the idiom so that you are able to practice everything. You'll have to go through all your notes before you do this. So this is one, okay? Like look over here. Now you have sad idiom, so you can use they were feeling blue or they were down in the dumps. All right. Fly simile, flew like a bird. Suddenly idiom, out of the blue. So please stick to all this so that you're not confused. So you'll write the answers to the first two questions, like look here, and then you have a letter which you write on your own, a letter describing your birthday party. But now in this letter, I want you to use everything we've learned so far, not only the idioms or the similes. These are the pointers I've given which you can use, you know, class. Your first paragraph you can write as instructed in video 6 or as per your format, okay? And then from the second paragraph onwards, okay, from Sunday onwards, you can use these words and create your own second paragraph. Like maybe last Sunday I woke up grinning from ear to ear, or grinning like a Cheshire cat, flashing a row of snow white teeth. I was on cloud nine as it was my birthday. I was enthusiastic as my splendid parents took me to my favorite restaurant. You name the place, whatever the name of the place is. The spelling of restaurant here is wrong. This one is the correct spell. So please make a note of that, or in your PDF I'll correct the spelling. So when you reached the restaurant, you were shocked. So now it's only shocked, so use a word for shocked. You were astonished. Now eyes and mouth shock expression. Your eyes bulged out of your sockets, or your eyes became as wide as footballs, and your jaw dropped as your parents had thrown a surprise party. All right, now the place was pretty. Use picture means you can't say the place was as stunning as a princess. You can't compare place to a person. But we can say that, you know, the restaurant was appeared as pretty as a picture. It was decorated with fantastic balloons, streamers, which were as colorful as a rainbow. Your friends squealed in delight when they saw you, when they saw me because you are writing. They shouted happy birthday on top of their lungs, or they bellowed, or they yelled happy birthday. See, class, wherever, like, see, if I say excited jump line, please use that excited jump line. Don't use thrilled or enthusiastic. Say, I leaped up and down like a kangaroo as there was a fabulous magician who performed magic tricks. We excited line. So now use an excited line. We were thrilled to bits, or enthusiasm rolled over us, or we were buzzing with enthusiasm as there was a magnificent tattoo artist who made tattoos using gleaming, glistening, dazzling, beaming paints. The tattoos appeared as pretty as a picture, as beautiful as a picture, or as beautiful as a butterfly also, and shiny similarly, and the tattoos were as beautiful or stunning as a picture or painting or butterfly, and were gleaming like a gold coin, or and were gleaming like jewels or stars. So make sure that you make use of what you have learned. Don't just only use the emotions, use expressions as well. All right, if you want to add something, do add it, but class, make sure that you're combining whatever you have learned over here. Wherever miss has given a simile or I've written an idiom, try to use that so that you're practicing your concepts together. The email IDs have been mentioned here. The first two exercises here you can check on your own because of the answer key, and then from the third onwards you can mail it to me. Thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. I really hope these videos help you and you enjoy the process. Please take care. I will upload this, and don't forget to download the PDF and copy the notes and then the homework. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay indoors. This is Ashima Kohli. Goodbye.